Dear viewers, hello. My name is Cindy. Today I will be using the simplest way to introduce you all to the new 2 smartphone that has just launched themselves on the market not too long ago. Would you like to take a wild guess of which of those 2 it will be? Well, it's alright. Just hold on to your breath and I will show you them right away. The first I want to introduce you is the iPhone 4S, the newest series of the iPhone. And this is what we all been waiting for. Alright? And the next one would be the Samsung Galaxy S2, which is also a very famous one. So, you might be asking, what are we going to do today with these 2 smartphones? Well, today I will be comparing the 2 in different 4 sectors. The first part will be comparing their weight, their thickness, and the material that they use to make them. The second part will be comparing them in the display section. The third part will be comparing their camera functions. Last but not the least, the newest function that they have on both 2 smartphones is the voice secretary. So please stay tuned and be with me, and then I will introduce you to them. Now, the first part we'll be discussing is the design part of the 2 smartphones. Now for the design part, I have divided them into 2 sections. First, we'll be discussing about the weight and the thickness of each 2 smartphones. The second part will be discussing about the material that's been used for these 2 smartphones. So why don't we take a look at them right now. First, I'll be telling you about the iPhone 4S. The thickness of the iPhone 4S is about 9.9 millimeters and it weighs about 140 grams. And for the Samsung S2 Galaxy, the thickness is about under 9 millimeters and only weighs about 116 grams. So from this aspect, you can see the thickness of these 2 cell phones is kind of different. Now, after the comparison between these 2, the thickness and the weight, now we will be moving on to the materials. Now, for iPhone 4S, the materials being used on the edges are the glass and the metal. So, at this series, I assume that the iPhone is having that metallic, futuristic feeling. So, almost can say that this iPhone 4S has totally utilized the aesthetics of Apple, which is amazing. It's very, very beautiful. Okay, now why don't we move on to the S2? Well, S2 is a bit special. Overall, it's got that plastic touch, okay, as you can see. The unique part about this design of the S2 is actually at its back. The back cover of the phone is using the material that's very special. It's called a fiberglass material. Now this unique material is extremely flexible and very thin and slim and weigh almost nothing. And now I'm just going to take it off and show you and demonstrate it to how flexible it can be. So as you can see, I've took it off already. And just please take a look at how thin the cover is. And I know you're all gonna be scared what I'm gonna do, but I'm trying to bend them. I'm not trying, because the fiberglass material is designed to be very bendable, as you can see. Okay, so therefore that the S2 in this aspect is using different material as the iPhone 4S. Now, after comparing the materials, we can realize that the iPhone 4S is actually using the glass and metal material, and on the other side, S2 is using plastic touch and fiberglass material. Now, this 2 smartphone is using 2 different materials, and each of them have their unique feature. So it's up to you to see which one you like better. So why don't we move on to the display part. So I'm going to start with the iPhone 4S. So the iPhone 4S is about 3.5 inches. As you can see, the size is just like perfect. It's convenient, and it's a pretty everyday, that you can carry it with you every day. You can either put it in your bag, or you can just easily slide into your pocket. So it's extremely convenient, I would say. It doesn't really take up much space at all. And for the screen, it uses the IPS LCD, so which makes the iPhone 4S the color and the image more clear and more natural. Okay, there's the iPhone 4S. And now we're gonna move on to the Samsung Galaxy S2. So the Samsung Galaxy S2 is a size about 4.3 inches, and as you can see, it's a bit longer than the S2. The wider screen of the Galaxy S2 provides the perfect view for either you want to watch a video or playing games. It's all like very wide, so you can have a perfect view. Super AMOLED Plus screen, which does not just like enhance the resolution for the images. It actually is very cool because you can actually like, you know, sometimes you go under the sun and then you try to look in your screen and feel like, oh no, I can't see anything. But this one, don't worry, because with the Super AMOLED Plus screen, even under the bright sun, you can still see your images crystal clear. So with this feature, the color and the richness of the images are much more richer and brighter than the iPhone 4S. Now let's move on to the camera part. Now what we'll be doing is we'll compare these two smartphones with their camera functions as we've mentioned before. Now why don't we start with the iPhone 4S. Now the iPhone 4S, it's installed with a leaf flasher, now comes in 8 megapixel, 2 megapixel front camera, and with a high resolution with a 1080p HD video player, which is amazing and extremely just amazing. Okay, now what's the big difference between the previous iPhone 4 and iPhone 4S camera feature? Well, there is a big difference actually, because the new iPhone 4S is installed with the f2.4 lens. Now, you'll be wondering, what is f2.4 lens? Well, with the f2.4 lens, the aperture seems to be bigger. Now, I'll just put it in a simple word. The bigger the aperture, the better and brighter picture that you can take. As for the Galaxy S2, the camera feature is also as the same as iPhone 4S. Now, it's also installed with leaf flasher that comes with the 8 megapixel, 2 megapixel front camera, and with a high resolution of 1080p HD. Now, why don't we discuss about the speed of the photograph that we'll take for these two smartphones. Let's see how many seconds it would take for the iPhone 4S to take a photograph. Well, according to the Apple press release conference for iPhone 4S, as they say that the iPhone 4S from the time to first photo is just 1.1 second, and from shoot to shoot only takes about 0.5 second. Now, that's very impressive. Okay, now as for the Samsung Galaxy S2, well, according to the info, the time to first photo shoot would be about 2 seconds, and from shoot to shoot it takes about 1.8 seconds. So which make the Samsung Galaxy S2 a bit slower than the iPhone 4S. Okay, well, let's find out if it's really true that iPhone 4S is faster than the Galaxy S2 in taking photographs. Now, why don't we do a demonstration here? See what I've got? Yes, a child play toys. It's cute, isn't it? So today we'll be shooting these this object with two smartphones, iPhone 4S and Samsung Galaxy S2, and we're just gonna be test out if the same is true, if the iPhone 4S will be faster than the Galaxy S2. Let's find out. So first what we're gonna do, okay, I'm gonna open this, I'm gonna get into the main screen, and I'm gonna choose the camera here. Okay, this is gonna be a bit skillful, but I think I can handle it. Alright, now all I'm gonna do is going to zoom in to the object. Alright, I'm going to count to 3 and then I'm going to take the photo at the same time to see who's faster. Let's do it, okay? So, 1, 2, 3. Let's try it again, okay, just to be fair. I'm not cheating or anything, okay? 1, 2, 3. So, as we can see, the saying seems to be quite not true, but I can be wrong, but as after we really demonstrated these two cameras, do you all feel like they're actually the same? Or maybe the Samsung is a bit faster by the iPhone 4S? But that's alright. I'm just doing the demonstration to just let you all understand and see for yourself. Now let's move on to the last topic. Last but not least is the newest function, which is the voice secretary. Now iPhone 4S uses the Siri system. As for the Galaxy S2, it uses the Vingo system. Now what I'm gonna do now is I'm going to demonstrate to you how each different system reacts to my comment and questions, and how would these two different systems react to different situation, questions. So let me just demonstrate both to you, and then you'll figure out how they're different. Now I'm going to demonstrate to you how the Siri system works. So now I'm just going into the Siri system, which I will give this button a long push. And then I'm going to speak directly to the microphone. How is the weather?
Here's the forecast for today through this Monday.
So as you can see that when I ask the Siri system how is the weather, now it shows that the forecast for today and through Monday's weather, which is very convenient and flexible. Now we're going to ask another question. Do I have any meetings?
I didn't find any meetings.
Now the iPhone answered me, I didn't have any meetings, which is true because I didn't write any events in my planner. So as you can see, it has answered me with the right answer. Now just for fun, I'm going to ask the iPhone 4S a very, very silly question, but just for fun. Do you love me?
I'm not capable of love.
Yeah, as you can see, the iPhone 4S answered me with this humorous question, I'm not capable of love. But also we can see from this aspect that the way the system is built is very, very intelligent, and it's capable of answer any kind of question, and also it can answer you with humorous answers. So that's very impressive. And now we're going to demonstrate to you with the S2 and its Vingo system. Now we're going to demonstrate you to the Galaxy S2, the Vingo system, and that's their newest feature on their voice secretary. Okay, so now we're just going to go into the Vingo system. Now I'm going to press twice on this button. See, now I am in the system, and what is showing on the screen is that a tap and speak button, or say hi Galaxy, but which I'm not going to do that. Find radio. I'm asking the system to help me find the radio. Very impressive. Now there on the screen there's radio player, and basically what you can do is that you can search the different type of radio that you would like to listen, and yeah, so basically I think this is impressive, and it's also advanced, but it's just not as, I guess, as fast as the iPhone, because on the iPhone 4S it's actually reply you directly with words and sometimes with information, but this one's also pretty good. So as I mentioned before everyone, the Samsung Galaxy S2 have the Super AMOLED Plus screen, so therefore the color and the richness of the images is going to be much more intense and sharper than the images on the iPhone 4S. So now I'm going to use the two smartphones, just try to demonstrate to you how the differences are in the rich of the color. Okay, so here we go. Let me just slide it to unlock the iPhone 4S, and then we will go into photos. Okay, let me just give this one. So let me just, alright. So as you can see, the iPhone 4S, the picture, like the color and the color tone of the picture is actually more natural. Like it's almost as the same as the object itself. But on the other side, the Galaxy S2 is, like I mentioned before, the color tend to be a bit richer and more intense than the iPhone. Let's view another picture. Okay, so this is another picture. Just for example, the sky and the mountain and the lake. So we can see that again, the iPhone 4S, it's actually really natural to it's very close to its natural color of the picture. And here we go again. The Galaxy S2 is actually, the color you can see right here is more intense and richer than the iPhone 4S. Okay, now everyone, so I'm very sure after my simple introduction to these two smartphones, after comparing their similarities and their differences and their different features and function on these two smartphones, I think you all probably have a basic understanding towards these two. Now, so it's time for you to choose your ideal phone. You'll be surprised what a little technology can do to light up your life.